Hi everybody, this is Netta. Just getting back to you all. A really common question that I've been getting from families and therapists is how is it recommended when it comes to books? We hear it all over the news. We hear it all the time in educational setting. Read. But we do need to know that for little ones, it needs to be altered. So just reading a book is really not as effective as describing a book when it comes to children below age 3. Yes, we do want to create awareness of words and literacy, but at the same time, we want to make sure that there's effectiveness to the way we read our book for language development. So I'm going to show you a few different books that you might come across, and they're, read differently, most likely. And again, this is based on my experience on what has really worked being in the early intervention field as a speech pathologist. So I'm just going to show you guys the books a little bit. So I will be using this video to describe, and then my next video will be just modeling it. So a book as such, polar bear, what do you hear? These type of books that has more of a rhythm and it's more like a nursery song or arithmetic is really good to go along with it, and just make sure that you really emphasize on the words like polar bear. What do you hear? I hear are you ready? A lion. A lion looking at me. Lion. So as you see, reading it this way will be very entertaining for children, and they'll definitely pay attention. So these type of books, it's okay to read. They're simple, they're to the point. Then we have other books. As such, a lot of words. A lot of words that go into it. These are definitely not the kind of books we want to keep reading to our toddlers, unless your toddler is in I don't want to say higher functioning, but I want to say their attention span is extremely high. So they'll just sit and listen. But even at that point, really language development doesn't happen when I'm going, George is going to school today. There's so much to do. He jumps down, and I'm kind of going with no change of pitch, emphasis on the vocabulary. So really for my little ones, how I like to read books is really describing it. So I'll tell a story by emphasizing on some target vocabulary. For example, I'll say, "Oh, George! Hi, George! Look, George's dad says, let's have breakfast. Oh, we're gonna eat. George is eating. Yum. Okay, let's get ready for school. Oh no! George fell. He fell." So I'm still going back to the same vocabulary, George. But at the same time, I'm adding other vocabulary into it. Then I might go on and just tell a story that he's going to school. Oh, here's my son trying to get involved. And again, I do have a toddler myself, so it's these really have worked. I always tell parents and educate them, but I really, having a son myself, I really attempted at it. And as you know, boys are a little bit more behind than girls, but his language developed really early. And I just really took what I preach, and it really does work. So again, going back and really describing picture and going back to, George goes to school. Hi, friend. Hi. And, for toddlers, it shouldn't be one page spending 4 or 5 minutes on each page. It really should be 1 minute a page, and then increasing their attention as you go on. My son is back. He is going to want me to read these books. I'll spend some time going over different types of books, maybe for labeling, peekaboo books, and post more. If you do like what I'm posting, please subscribe, especially for professionals and parents. I'll make some videos so it's helpful for your kiddos too. Hope to see you all soon. Bye.